Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you a method that has truly transformed how my family deals with colds, sinus congestion, and even respiratory illnesses. It's all about using nasal rinses effectively, but not in the way most people do them. This method is something I've developed and fine-tuned over the years, and it's worked wonders for both me and my kids. The secret? It all comes down to the angle of your head tilt. Most people don't realize how much this one small adjustment can change the effectiveness of a nasal rinse. By tilting your head back, far back, you can unlock a deeper, more thorough cleanse of your sinuses. So if you're ready to breathe easier, let's dive into the details. Before we jump into the advanced technique, let's quickly talk about why nasal rinses are so effective in the first place. When you have a cold or sinus infection, your nasal passages can become blocked with mucus, bacteria, or allergens. This buildup can lead to pressure, discomfort, and even make you feel like you can't breathe. A saline rinse helps to physically flush out that mucus and clear the passageways. The salt in the solution also reduces inflammation and can kill certain bacteria. It's like giving your sinuses a deep clean. But here's the thing. Most people only rinse the surface of their nasal passages. That's why they don't experience the full relief that a nasal rinse can provide. Now, here's the problem with the way most people do nasal rinses. They lean forward and tilt their head slightly to the side, letting the saline pour into one nostril and out the other. This works fine for basic nasal congestion, but it doesn't reach the deeper parts of your sinus cavity. The sinuses are complex. They're not just a straight tube, they're full of nooks and crannies where mucus and bacteria love to hide. If you're not rinsing those areas, you're leaving behind a lot of the gunk that's causing your symptoms. Here's where the advanced technique comes in. By tilting your head backwards, and I mean really leaning it back, you allow the saline to flow into the deeper parts of your nasal cavity. The further you can tilt, the better. Ideally, aim for a 45-degree angle or even more. If you can, lie back on a couch or bed with your head lower than your shoulders for maximum effect. When you do this, the saline doesn't just clean out your nose, it also gets into the upper sinuses, flushing out mucus that you wouldn't otherwise reach. This is especially helpful if you're dealing with a stubborn sinus infection or deep congestion. Let me walk you through the exact process so you can try it yourself. First, start with clean, filtered water. Tap water is a no-go unless you boil it first. Add a saline packet or mix in about half a teaspoon of salt. Then warm the water to about body temperature, not too hot, not too cold. This makes it more comfortable and effective. Next, fill your nasal rinse device like a net-eye pot or squeeze bottle. Plug one nostril with your finger and insert the device into the other nostril. Tilt your head back as far as you can. If possible, lie down with your head slightly hanging off the edge of a bed or couch. Let the saline sit in your nasal cavity for a few seconds. After that, tilt your head forward and blow out forcefully through the same nostril to expel everything. You may even feel water or mucus draining from your ears or throat. This is completely normal and a sign that it's working. Finally, repeat the process on the other side. I'll be honest with you, this technique can feel a little intense at first. You might feel some pressure as the saline works its way into your sinuses, and it's not unusual to have a strong urge to blow your nose or even cough. Some people experience a popping sensation in their ears, and you might notice water draining from unexpected places. But don't worry, that's all part of the process. In fact, I've found that this method can trigger an immediate release of mucus. You might even expel thick, stubborn mucus that's been stuck in your sinuses for days. It's gross, but it's also incredibly satisfying. I've been using this technique for years, and it's been a game changer for my family. Whenever my kids get a cold or start running a fever, I do this nasal rinse with them right away. Not only does it relieve their congestion, but it's also helped break fevers by reducing inflammation in their sinuses. For myself, I rarely get sick because I use this method as a preventative measure whenever I feel something coming on. Here are some extra tips to make this method even more effective. Use it twice a day when you're sick, once in the morning and once before bed. Adjust the saline concentration if it stings. Start with less salt if you're sensitive. After rinsing, stay hydrated to help thin mucus naturally. Always clean your nasal rinse device thoroughly after each use to avoid introducing bacteria. That's it. With just a slight adjustment to your head position, you can transform a basic nasal rinse into a powerful tool for clearing your sinuses and boosting your respiratory health. I hope this technique brings you the same relief it's brought to me and my family. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips like this. And let me know in the comments, have you tried this method? What worked for you? Thanks for watching, and here's to breathing easier.